So this one is about James Comey. This is a portion of the interview, and also asking Melania what it's like to live in the White House now. Listen. Congratulations, you moved into the White House. How is it?
We are enjoying it very much.
How about Barron with school? Is he
settled? Loves it, yes, all settled. He loves it here.
Good. Are you missing New York?
Not really. I'm so busy and we're doing so many great stuff. So it's a really special place.
And tonight,
I love it here.
That's wonderful.
Tonight it's a great picnic, congressional picnic with all of us getting together. It's New York City team, and we have carousel and great stuff outside.
Great. Big news today. You said you didn't tape James Comey. Do you want to explain that? Why did you want him to believe that you possibly did that?
Well, I didn't tape him. You never know what's happening when you see that the Obama administration, and perhaps longer than that, was doing all of this unmasking and surveillance, and you read all about it, and I've been reading about it for the last couple of months about the seriousness of and horrible situation with surveillance all over the place. And you've been hearing the word unmasking, a word you probably never heard before. So you never know what's out there. But I didn't tape, and I don't have any tape, and I didn't tape. But when he found out that that there may be tapes out there, whether it's governmental tapes or anything else, and who knows, I think his story may have changed. I mean, you'll have to take a look at that, because then he has to tell what actually took place at the events. And my story didn't change. My story was always a straight story. My story was always the truth. But you'll have to determine for yourself whether or not his story changed. But I did not tape.
It was a smart way to make sure he stayed honest in those hearings.
Well, it wasn't very stupid, I can tell you that. He did admit that what I said was right. And if you look further back before he heard about that, I think maybe he wasn't admitting that. So you'll have to do a little investigative reporting to determine that, but I don't think it'll be that hard.
Robert Mueller, do you think he should recuse himself from this? Because he is good friends with James Comey. He's hired some attorneys that were part of Hillary Clinton's foundation, have given money to President Obama and Hillary Clinton's campaign. Should he recuse himself?
Well, he's very, very good friends with Comey, which is very bothersome, but he's also, we're going to have to see. I mean, we're going to have to see in terms, look, there has been no obstruction, there has been no collusion, there has been leaking by Comey, but there's been no collusion, no obstruction, and virtually everybody agrees to that. So we'll have to see. I can say that the people that have been hired are all Hillary Clinton supporters. Some of them worked for Hillary Clinton. I mean, the whole thing is ridiculous if you want to know the truth from that standpoint. But Robert Mueller's an honorable man, and hopefully he'll come up with an honorable solution.
It was interesting because when you were talking about the president raising the specter of tapes and whether it kept James Comey honest, before James Comey testified, remember CNN and others were falsely claiming that James Comey was going to testify that he never told the president that he was not under investigation.
They had to go back and correct that.
Then that was corrected because he testified that he did tell the president he was not under
But he
investigation.
never was saying that until he testified.
And
That's why the president was saying, the president even said, collusion, corruption, never been proven. There is a leaker, and the leaker is James Comey.
And as we heard from James Comey during his testimony up on Capitol Hill, he did tell the president 3 times, you're not under investigation. So the president, who's trying to get something done, he's going, okay, you've told me 3 times. Can you tell anybody? He goes, nope, I can't. Can anybody please tell folks I'm not under investigation? That's all he wanted. Now we know. But we've also
when
got
his
the special
reputation's on the
counsel.
line and he knows that James Comey is not telling the truth to the American people, he had to do what he had to do. And he said, you might have been taped. That's why you need to be honest. And that's when James Comey said, you know what? The president's not under investigation. And I did tell him 3 times.
Big news story. You were all over it. We got a lot of other news with Jill.